Pia Mia Perez admits she's not sure she'd be as successful in her career as she is today.
What really helped me was putting songs on YouTube. I used to cover songs on YouTube all the time. I don't think without YouTube, I don't know if I could even be here today.
But they don't understand. So keep in mind all the sacrifices I'm making.
This past week, Interscope Records announced to the world that they signed Pia Mia as their newest music artist. It's the same label that carries artists like Lady Gaga, the Black Eyed Peas, and Eminem.
How did your love for singing and performing start?
Well, while I was growing up on Guam, I used to be really shy, but I went to St. John's, and I started doing the school plays there, and the school musicals, and that's how I started singing. And then from there, I just started finding other ways that I could perform when the musical director left, and I started singing for Japanese weddings, and I started singing for government events, and then from there, I started convincing my parents to let me come out to LA, and then I came out here, and everything kind of just fell into place.
At the age of 13, she and her mother moved to California in hopes of turning this young island girl's dream into a reality. But it wasn't an easy road to success.
When you got to California, how difficult was it to assimilate? Because, here in Guam, it's really laid back, it's pretty slow. California, things are moving at 100 miles per hour. At any point, did you feel like, I don't know if I'm going to make it? Do you ever doubt, your talent?
Well, what I learned when I came out to LA was that you can't just do one thing. Like, when I came out here, I was thinking that I was just going to be able to, take a meeting and, get into music, but it's really not like that. You have to be able to dance, you have to be able to act, you gotta, be open to try anything new, and really just, have to, make fun of yourself sometimes in situations where you just don't know what to do, and you kind of just have to go for it and just do your best. So I definitely had times where I was shocked at, I honestly had no idea what to do when I came out to LA. I started going to Millennium Dance Academy and dancing there, and I started taking acting classes, and so you just kind of have to jump into everything and try it all out.
Do you ever miss Guam? What do you miss most?
Of course I miss Guam. Guam is my home. Guam's where I grew up. Guam is what made me. My whole family's back on Guam, and I try to come back as often as I can. I'm hoping to come back soon, but yeah, my whole family's on Guam. I love coming there. It's so nice to relax and see everybody, and yeah, my dad and my siblings come back and forth, which is really nice, and sometimes me and my mom go back, so hopefully I'll be able to come out a lot more.
It's her family and their love and support Pia Mia says she wouldn't be where she is today without. The 17-year-old lives in California with her mother. She has an older sister who also lives in Los Angeles. Her father and her two younger siblings live here in Guam. Aside from her EP, The Gift, ready now for digital download, Pia Mia also got the good news that her song Fight for You, featuring Chance the Rapper, is included in the movie soundtrack for Divergent, set to hit theaters in March. And watch out, because this is just the beginning for this young, talented teen from Guam.
Aside from music, you understand you're pursuing acting, and I think I've seen you're modeling as well?
Yeah, well, I kind of just fell into that by accident. It was actually funny because the owner of Nasty Gal, Sophia Amoruso, found me on Instagram, and that's how I got into modeling. And it was last year during Coachella, and she emailed me and was like, hey, I'm a huge fan of you and your music. I would love for you to come out and model for Nasty Gal. So I ended up going out to Joshua Tree, and we stayed out there. I think it was Graham Parsons' ghost was actually in the hotel that we stayed at. It was really crazy. But yes, that's how I kind of got into modeling. But music's my number one. I'd love to get into acting, do movies one day. But yeah, I'm open to everything, but music's my number one.
And who knows, one day we just might see Pia Mia #1 on Billboard magazine's hottest hits. And that's a strong possibility, considering Billboard said Pia Mia is one of the 8 acts who will help define 2014. She's proof that dreams do come true no matter where you're from, even if it's from a tiny dot in the globe. And even though she's an ocean away, she's got mad love for Guam.
I'd like to shout out Bab and Papa. I'd like to shout out Adam, Tony, Penelope. I'd like to shout out my dad, my brother and sister, Peter, Michael, and Paloma. Let's see. I'd like to shout out Kai Merle and Julie Merle. And I'd like to shout out Paige and Lane and Uncle Dan. Oh my God, my list is so long. I'm so sorry, but Yeah, the Terlahi family, Uncle Dom, Auntie Jerry, Nicole, Amelie, Uncle Dom Perez, Auntie Flory. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. There's so many. Colin, Ethan, Uncle Rainer. Yeah, I have so much family. My whole family is like on Guam. Cousins, uncles, aunts. So, oh yeah, and I also would like to say what's good to my wolf pack out there on Guam. Hopefully, I'm gonna come to a music video. Maybe some of you guys can be in it. That'd be pretty crazy, but. Yeah, I'd like to shout out the whole island. I love you guys so much.